And good afternoon again, Master Frank Galindo, Concho Valley Martial Arts Center here at Sunset Mall, reviewing our curriculum vocabulary, study sheet vocabulary at this on this session at green stripe level, moving up to green belt, 7th gup, moving up to 6th gup. This is the pattern Dosan, is the pattern we review here. But I'm not going to discuss the pattern. Basically, just going to talk about the required study material vocabulary. We'll start off with Yong Aho, which is of course the information. Yong Aho is the Korean terminology that we review, and we're going to start with the numbers. I know that we've already gone over the numbers on a previous post. Hana, tul, set, net, dasot, yasot, ilgo, yodol, ahop, yul, and by tens to 100, yul, sumol, sulhon, mahon, shehon, wison, ilhon, yoden, ahon, and bek. And of course, adding 100 plus the 10 plus the single digits, bek, ahun, ahop, okay, 199, and so on. So there's two ways to count in Korean. This is, of course, a regular Korean Hangul way, Hana, tul, set, net, like I just showed. There's also the Sino-Korean, the Chinese-influenced Korean that is still used. And these are the numbers il, I, sam, sa, o, yuk, chil, pal, gu, and ship. Okay, 1 through 10. Now, il, I, and sam should be very familiar to us at this point because we have ilbo matsoki, 1-step sparring, ibo matsoki, 2-step sparring, sambo matsoki, 3-step sparring. So these sparring techniques, 1, 2, and 3 sparring, step sparring, come from, or General Che used the Sino-Korean numbering system to denote that sparring. Okay, sa, as in sa ju chirigi, 4 direction punch, sa ju maki, sa is number 4, o, 5, and we have yuk, yuk, and chil, pal is number 8, pal, gu, number 9, and ship. Now, past that, we have, of course, and I'm not sure if the Sino-Korean would use something like ship il, ship I, ship sam, ship sa, which is basically 10 and 1, 10 and 2 in the Sino-Korean numbering system. So I'm going to skip that and assume that it's not used. We go back to the Hangul, yul, hana, yul, tul, yul, set, yul, net. But we do go into the Koreans use the 200, 300, 400 with the following the same premise as the Hangul characters, Hangul numbering system does. So from hana, we go to, from yul, from bek, we go to, that's bek is 100. The 200 is e bek. Okay, we don't use il bek for 100. It's just simply bek. It's 100. So e bek is 2. Sam bek is 3, 100, 200, 300. Sa bek is 400. O bek is 500, and on up to the number 1,000. Once we get to 1,000, we don't have a separate. We don't use we don't continue using the ship beck. Okay, maybe it sounds too much like shipwreck. I'm not sure why it did not make it. But the number, the designation for 1,000 is chon. Chon. I spelled it Cheon. Chon. Okay, and then from here we do add we go back to the E chon, Sam chon, Sa chon, O chon for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, on up to 10,000, actually to 9,000. 10,000 uses the designation man. and I spelt it M-A-H-N, man. It's like Jamaican man. Hey, how you doing, man? Okay, so it's man. It's not man, it's man. So man is 10,000. Okay, 10,000. And so those are definitely more. That's much more information than we actually need in our Taekwondo study curriculum. But I usually add a little bit more information on there than some of the other organizations do. Why I do that, I don't know, but beside the point. The point is that it's there. It is something I'd like to include to denote part of the Korean culture and Korean history, etc. Okay, so we're going to finish up with those as far as the numbers go. Again, il, I, sam, sa, o, yuk, chil, pal, gu, and ship. Okay, 1,000 is chon, and 10,000 is man. Okay, and we take it from there. Now, the next thing at green stripe level, we start introducing some of the foot sweeps and takedowns and so on. So we introduce foot sweep. The word foot sweep in Korean is moroguri. Moroguri. Okay, and again, I spelt it phonetically as I could. M-O-D-U, modu, guri. G-U-R-Y-I. Moroguri. Okay, moroguri. We have break fall. Now, we've done break fall drill, side-to-side break fall drill at previous ranks, previous levels, and it's called nukbup. Nukbup. N-O-K, nuk, bup, bebopping along. Okay, bebop, nukbup. But break fall in and of itself is tiol yujira. Tiol yujira. Tiol yujira. And tiol yujira. Yeah, once you get your study sheet, you'll look at it, and you can kind of refer back to this particular video on the Korean terminology. Tiol yujiro. Okay, we have information, jungbo. Information is jungbo. So at the top of the page, the very first thing we put on there on our study sheets is tul jungbo, or at white belt level, pattern information. Jungbo. Tul, of course, is pattern. Some places call them hyungs. Okay, General Che used tul. So we have tul, jungbo. I've come to find that a lot of the Korean terminology that General Che uses is on the verge of archaic Korean. It's on the verge of like Old English, okay? Even though we understand it, we don't necessarily use it like we do our modern English. It's, we're not going to go to ye old bookstore. We're going to the bookstore. If I know there's bookstores, but the point is that it seems that some of the Korean linguists that I visited with, they kind of scratch their head for a second, think, and then they realize that the Korean being used by our system is older Korean terminology, like board break. Board break is kyokpa. Kyokpa is board break. I know that the board break terminology that we use is not kyokpa, and okay, beside the point. Anyway, so that's some of the information that I have. Another new phrase, a new terminology is the word for new. Ceylon. Ceylon. Okay, don't forget the L. Koreans do not have a separate R or a separate L letter for each, for the Korean letter for R nor Korean letter for L. They use one letter for both. So it's Ceylon. Ceylon. Okay, so the L, I think I mentioned before, and that's why some Koreans are named Mr. Lee, as in Bruce Lee, and some Koreans, same spelling in their language, is pronounced in the English system. In the English language, is pronounced Ri, like in Jun Ri. Some of you that do martial arts or Taekwondo know that Jun Ri is the father of American Taekwondo. Had he been spelling that differently, it might have been Jun Lee. All right, so that's what we have. The other word that we have, yongaho, again, vocabulary continued, is stance. Stance, the word for stance is soggy. And I usually say like soggy cereal. So it's the same pronunciation, different language. Soggy means stance. Walking, as in walking stance, is gunun sogi. Gunun sogi. Gunun. Okay, and the sitting stance, which is introduced in the pattern, first time it's used in the pattern is at this level, at Dosan, at 7th Gup, is Anun. Anun sogi. Anun sogi. Okay, Anun sogi. Even though we use some of these stances, these techniques at previous patterns before they're actually introduced in our physical aspect of our training, we're not required to know them, although we'll be familiar with them throughout our training, maybe before they're actually introduced as study curriculum, required knowledge. Okay. We have uniform requirements. Okay, Kyujong. Kyujong is a requirement. Okay, we have where do we go? Yes, uniform requirements. I put these on our study sheets, and it tells us about, of course, keeping the uniform neat and clean and pressed, especially for testing, and don't just stuff it in the locker or in your gear bag and pull it out and it looks like it just came out of a gear bag after you worked on it. It's like an old football uniform that you don't wash but once a week. But don't do that. So Dobok Kyujong. Okay, uniform requirements. Kyujong is requirements. Now don't get that confused with Kyumjong. Kyumjong is the color black. Black. Kyumjong and Kyujong. Okay, Dobok, Kyujong. Dobok is uniform. A lot of times we hear Dobak. Okay, Dobak is a Korean word. Dobak is a Korean word for gambling. Lay your money down. 5-card stud or whatever. So Dobok Kyujong. Okay, Thi Jongbo. Thi Jongbo. Thi is like thief without the uf at the end. Thi. So it's belt information. Belt, Jongbo, of course, Jongbo information. Thi, Thi is the way I spelled it. It maybe should have been more sense to spell it Thee, but it's not the, it's Thi. Okay, there's a slight difference to the untrained ear, and sometimes even to the trained ear. You can tell the difference in the pronunciation and the way it's pronounced. So it's Thi, not the, like the book or the fish or the whatever. It's Thi. Okay, so belt information. At this level, I introduce the information about the belt, why the belt is wrapped around the body just once. We do a single wrap belt as opposed to a double wrap as they do in in Japanese study, or in especially with the judo gis. Gi, of course, is Japanese for uniform. Dobok is Korean for uniform. Uniforme is Spanish for uniform. Uniform is English for uniform, and so on. Okay, so we have Pal Kisul. Pal Kisul is footwork drills, footwork technique. Kisul is technique, okay, technique. Pal Kisul is footwork. Even though Taekwondo, te means to smash or destroy with the foot. I guess it could have been Pal Kwando, but it's actually Taekwondo. So Pal is foot, Kisul is technique, or technique, foot or drill. Okay, footwork drill. We also have another one. This one's a really big tongue twister. It's Gyunhyong. That's one word. Gyunhyong. Gyunhyong Hunlyeon. Gyunhyong Hunlyeon. Okay, and I'm smiling, I'm smirking because that's a tongue twister. Gyunhyong, one word. Hunlyeon, another word. Okay, these are balanced drills, balanced techniques, balanced exercises. Okay, so we do these at the green belt level. We introduce several takedowns, several foot sweeps, patari, andichuk, antari, and homiguri. Okay, patari basically is the outer foot sweep, going from your left, using your left foot sweeping to the inside. Okay, no, I'm sorry, using your right foot to their right foot, so it's an outside sweep to the inside. Okay, outer foot sweep. We have andichuk. Andichuk basically is an inner foot sweep, using the same right foot sweeping from the inside and taking your opponent down backwards. We have Antari. Antari is basically an inner foot sweep, again going left to right. So you're taking your right foot, sweeping their left foot as they face you to the right. This is for your opponent. And these are done from stationary, static positions. And then our last one is Homiguri. Homiguri is taken, it's an outer foot sweep from right to left, using the same right foot to the same left foot, sweeping to their outside versus sweeping to the inside. So these words, Patari, Andichuk, Antari, and Homiguri, are foot sweep foot sweep indications, foot sweep words for outer foot sweep from left to right, inner foot sweep from right to left using the right foot. Okay, and then Antari and Homiguri is an inner foot sweep from left to right using the opposite foot, and outer foot sweep, Homiguri, from right to left, again using the same side foot, which is right to their left. Okay. Kyokpa again is our board break. Kyokpa, board break. Kyokpa, and I forget what it was that General Che used. Maybe I can find it here. I've got the condensed version, condensed encyclopedia in front of me, so bear with me while I take a quick peek, and maybe this will show board break and the word that General Che used. This is the word I was actually introduced to for board breaking, and no, we don't have it here. So I'd have to go back and review, see what we use for board break prior to Kyokpa. Kyokpa is more of the modern Korean terminology, something that you'd hear today in Korea or from a Korean today versus the term we had prior to. Again, Matsuki, sparring, Ilbo Matsuki, 1 step, Ibo Matsuki, 2 step, which is what we introduced at green stripe level, and Sambo Matsuki, 3 step, which is what was introduced at white belt and yellow stripe, and even at yellow belt level, minus a step to measure. So, okay, Silon Kisul, new techniques, Silon, new Kisul techniques. I think that's pretty much it. Jayu Matsuki. Jayu is a new word. Jayu is a Korean word for free. Free. Matsuki, I'm going to let you figure that out. But very close to, well, I'll just tell you what it is. Jayu Matsuki. Free sparring. Free sparring. Jayu Matsuki. A lot of our kicks, Abcha Busigi, Yapcha Jirugi, Dwicha Jirugi, Dolyo Chagi. Okay, Chagi basically is a Korean word for kick. Okay, when we add these other words like Apcha Busigi, Busigi basically means to smash, to smash, okay, to not necessarily pierce. Pierce is jirugi. Jirugi, yapcha jirugi. It's a jirugi or jirugi. I'm not sure which one. I usually say jirugi. Okay, so jirugi is basically a piercing technique. So when we have saju jirugi, 4-direction punch, it's actually a 4-direction piercing technique with the hand. A 4-direction striking technique with the hand, which pierces the opponent. Should pierce the opponent. Okay, so yapcha jirugi. Jirugi is a jirugi, a piercing type movement. Okay, this one's gone on a little bit longer than the others, right about 18.5 minutes. I'm going to stop at this point. I hope this helps with vocabulary for our 7th GUP to 6th GUP ranking system, and moving up to 6th GUP, green stripe to green belt. I appreciate you watching. This will be going up here very soon. We'll see you guys in class. Let you folks know that we're out here. We'll see you very soon. Take one. Have a great afternoon, and see you soon. Bye-bye.